Hello to all my friends out there on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. As always, the Auto Transport for Dummies. It has definitely been a little bit of a minute since I made a video here. We've just gone over like all of the topics so many times over and over again. Hey, and all of you for checking us out at airride.com, AIRRYD.com. Obviously, if you're looking to ship a car, we recommend our own company, the one I helped found and create. So definitely check that out. But anyway, as far as this video goes, wanted to touch on the 3 most common misconceptions people have when shipping a vehicle. So the number 1 most common misconception is going to be the communication aspect between client and carrier, meaning the trucking company. A lot of times clients think these companies are going to be like communicating like Amazon style, or something like that. No, it isn't going to happen with this industry, unfortunately. The rates for auto shipping have honestly not changed in 10 years. The only thing that's changed is the kinds of drivers and trucking companies involved in shipping vehicles. It used to be 30 to 40% foreign nationals, first generation Americans, whatever. Now it's like 99% Russian, Ukrainian, Pakistan, Eastern Europe, Africa. That's who's driving. The money is just too low. They can't. These trucking companies cannot recruit drivers in this country. So all the drivers are coming from outside the country, which means the people handling these companies are now coming from outside the country, and the communication is just terrible. Like, they might contact you a matter of hours out or a day out, which is what we normally tell people. But even many times they might not. Which is why it's ever more important to have your vehicle ready to go, available within that window that you provide to us, 2 to 3 days, than it ever has been, because a lot of times these companies barely have drivers that can speak English. You're not going to get excellent communication when shipping your car. You're just not. Now, we can always communicate them, and most of the time the larger brokers can, because these companies at least know the phone numbers and such of these brokers, and they'll actually respond to them. But with the client, you're like a nobody to them, and they're just gonna like blow you off. It is what it is. It's terrible service and communication, but that's why the rates are still so low. If you go back to 2010, it probably cost around $1,000 and change to move a Honda Civic across the country. And if you look at it today, in 2025, it still is around $1,000 and change. Something's got to give. And what's giving is the service and quality of the drivers in the industry. Number 2, which we've had a few people upset at us lately for payment method availability, is simply how you can make payments to the trucking companies, okay? Understand this concept right now. You will not be able to pay a trucking company at the delivery or destination with a credit card. Period. Will not happen. That's something you need to ingrain in your head. So if you want to pay by card, I highly recommend you do it with the broker way in advance at the time you book the order online or whatever. And secondly, I won't even recommend you do that, because normally people that put in and pay the full amount are like, oh wow, this is going to go faster now. No, it actually will likely go slower, because most trucking companies are looking for COD orders, meaning they know they're going to be paid by the client at the delivery point. When you pay on full with your credit card, now that trucking company has to trust the broker or brokerage company to get that vehicle moved. And a lot of trucks just don't want to do that. They want to be paid on delivery. They don't want to wait, whatever the case. So you're actually going to inflate the cost of the order, and you're going to slow it down by paying in full with your credit card. My recommendation, pay the booking fee. Our fee is only $89, lowest in the industry. Might have to raise that soon, however. And then just pay the final cash, Zelle, Cash App, whatever, on delivery directly to the trucking company when they show up with your car. There's no risk, because you're not paying it until the vehicle arrives to you. I don't know what else to tell you guys out there. A lot of people have been upset with us, like trying to pay with cards on delivery. You cannot pay with a credit card to the trucking company at the delivery point. Get that perfectly understood. The third and final misconception we're just going to blend these two together. Something we've touched on so many times in our other videos is just the flexibility of the rate and the dates. You have to have at least a 2 to 3 day window of open availability at the minimum to get your vehicle arranged to be loaded. If you put in one single date, do not expect it's going to be loaded on that date. It is very unlikely that's going to happen. That's not how the industry works. We need a date range of available dates so that when a solid option presents itself, we can actually get that dispatched out for you. Number 2 is going to be the pricing. Okay, understand all quotes you see online are not exact rates or final rates. They are close approximations, and that quote that you see online is only as good as that company's reputation, a phrase I've coined and used many times. If you get a quote from a very low rated shitty ass company, it's like 99% that quote is never going to happen. It's not even going to be close. You're going to either find out later or find out at some point in the process that either cannot move the car, or you're going to pay the $400 or $500, $300 extra at the actual delivery point. So do not fall for random bogus quotes from lowly rated companies out there. These are not final numbers, people. They are not final numbers. Do not base your decision on what company to go with based on a quote. Okay? Do not. Look at their ratings, look at their home, look at their history, look at their content. What are other people saying about them online? That's what you need to go with, okay? And then you can just communicate to that company, hey, I'm on a budget. I need to get this done at the lowest possible rate. And they can post that load at a lower rate. And to get the best possible rate, you need maximum flexibility to give that company enough time so that maybe they can find an option at a lower rate. Basing your decision on a quote, worst possible idea anybody could ever have. Anyway, so that pretty much sums up the top 3. I'll leave it you guys to it. We got another video coming. Hope you guys stay safe out there. Happy haul, and check you guys back soon.